Yeah. This is the least convenient fucking thing I could do. Okay. Welcome to my 3 subscriber YouTube special. And today we're going to be doing a Q&A. So let's get started with the first question. Who the fuck are you and why the fuck are you in my YouTube feed? Well, this seems like it's going off to a great start. First of all, thank you for this wonderful opportunity, and I don't have a lot of words to say out of my mouth unscripted, so I just want to get straight into the Q&A that I've been putting off for 3 weeks. Stirplay asks, would you like to learn Spanish? No. Moving on, Q asks top 3 to 5 favorite music genres. Persona 4 music. I've been listening to a lot of ambient music, jazz, video game music. That's a wide genre. Like, holy hell. I like a lot of alt rock and indie music. And then as a 6th genre, I'd say King Crimson. You asked a lot of questions, so favorite movies, I don't watch them. I haven't watched a lot of movies recently, but favorite survival horror game. Now, I would probably say in this question that I do not classify Silent Hill 2 as a survival horror game. I'd say Silent Hill 2 is more of a psychological horror game, so otherwise I would say that. But the 2002 HD remaster of Resident Evil is probably my favorite survival horror game. How many days a week do you edit videos? Like, how many hours a day? What's your creative schedule like? Well, my video creative process tends to go, I usually, in between videos, I take a week or 2 off to get a couple of ideas for what I want to do. And then usually I start writing the script, recording, editing the audio. And then after I get done with that, it's been about like 10 hours of work, maybe like spread out across a couple of days. But then for usually a week, I start editing all that footage together, all the audio, and I apply footage to it. And I tend to edit at night for like 5 or 6 hours each day. So it really depends on how long the video is, for how long it takes me to edit, because I can put out like short stuff really quickly. I can finish something in a day if it's really short. But if it's a super long video, I tend to take more breaks because it's very grueling. So the longest day I've spent editing is probably like 12 hours. And next question. What do you want from me? How long have you been manipulating me from behind my reach? Why the sudden hurry to the altar? And one more time, why me? Well, I mean, you look pretty cute, so... Now, Jerry comments, freak. The man, the myth, the Jerry himself, after 3 months comes out of his cave of hiding and he leaves that. So, fuck you, Jerry. Just kidding. I like turtles. Do you? I fucking love turtles. Turtles are great. I like frogs more, but turtles are pretty good. Goiba asks, favorite color? Red. Very many shades of red. Favorite food? Spaghetti. There's a lot of red in that food. Do you like baseball hats? I fucking hate baseball hats. I look terrible in baseball hats. The beanies are the only hats I look good in. What are your inspirations? Now, I think I've talked to you specifically about this, but I draw a lot of inspiration on my videos from Jacob Geller, Thor High Heels, and I guess really early inspirations for comedy was Video Game Donkey. This was like 2 years ago when I was making really bad videos. But nowadays for writing, I really try to aspire for the essay and like cross-referencing format of Jacob Geller with the aesthetic vibe of a Thor High Heels video. And also in my writing, I try to implement more comedy. And recently I've been more inspired by Nakey Jakey in that aspect. And also like this kind of this look I'm going for is a little bit inspired by that. I want to feel more natural, more chill. So that's where I'd place my inspirations currently. There's definitely a lot of other people I watch that I'm entertained by, but those are the main guys. Risto asks, would you rather go to the beach or the mountains? Now, I don't really like the beach. I don't like swimming that much, probably because I look ugly as fuck. But I also really like the solitude of mountains and forests and shit. That's why they're like my favorite video game areas, and I also just like exploring that kind of stuff. Ryan asks, I have 2 questions. What's your least favorite color? One of my least favorite colors is probably yellow, just because it's just piss. It's not aesthetically pleasing, and I use it the least in all of the art stuff I do. I mean, it's only aesthetically pleasing in Persona 4, pretty much, because that has the high contrast feel. But I like to draw and paint in analogous colors, so yellow never fits in that. I like to go for blues and reds, and like deep reds. So, and then the second question is, and why are you so goddamn sexy? Well, you know, Ryan, I could ask you the same question. I fucking see you over there. Your long ass hair. Cut that fucking hair. You know what I did here? It's fake. It's a fucking prop. I still have long hair. Everything is fake. Nothing is real. Stubbs asks, what inspired you to do amazing mixes on your channel? Money. Well, at first, I was looking at Dark Souls mixes on YouTube, and I didn't find any good ones, and especially none with ambient music. The closest one I found looped like the same 2 songs over and over again. I thought I could do way better than this, so I did. I mean, it wasn't great, it wasn't the best, but that's what started it, and then I continued to look for games that didn't have, you know, that fit that same criteria. And I happened upon Silent Hill and Resident Evil, and there are practically no mixes with ambience in their stuff. And I also really like video game music as a whole. So usually if I consume a lot of music from one game, I want to listen to it in like a long form structure. So that's what leads me to, you know, mix it all together in whatever order I feel like works best. And that's what all the mixes pretty much came out of. The Wanderer asks, when did you start growing your hair? Well, I'd say it's probably been 1.5 years since I last cut it, and I cut it to about like this length since then. Like in that 1.5 years, you can see in March of 2019 when I had the big Yoshi video out. Since then it was like 5 months. That was like 3 to 4 months after I cut my hair. So it's actually been closer to 2 years since I've cut it. But ever since I was young, I always liked having longer hair. And it definitely makes me stand out more from other people. From most people. Jackal asks, how do you be a good video man? Well, cry. But yeah, to seriously answer it, I mean, I don't feel like I'm a great video person, but you just have to be really dedicated, and you have to be able to deal with failure, and you mostly just have to dedicate a lot of time to it. I put a ton of time into all my videos, and I just have to be happy with my own result. I can't attribute my happiness to my success because it's never gonna line up, so you just have to be more passionate than, you know, to be able to deal with failure. Mr. Bones asks, beef or chicken? Chicken, because it's lighter, so I won't be as fat after I eat it. Risto asks, he wonders how old I am, but he also adds, if it's a sensitive topic, it's okay not to answer. So, I'm sorry I was keeping this from all of you for such a long time, but I'm actually a 3,000-year-old vampire who has been alive since, I'm pretty good friends with Jesus. I take a lot after his style, and I just, I kind of wanted to wait until the moment was right to tell you, because, I feel like people would get the wrong impression of me if I revealed my true age. So, what are your goals for the future? Cry less. Be happy. I would like it if, which is something I've already done, I would like it if my content revolved around video game reviews and that long form topics, which is, like I said, something I've done. I guess it's not really a goal. I would like to be more successful in that, but instead, as an actual goal, I'm going to make it to make more videos like that in the future, regardless of that. That's a goal. I always want to have a lot of videos, but I don't want to rush them out. And aside from that, I don't have a lot of career paths. I like doing music stuff. I like doing painting. Physical painting is one of the few things outside of video and music stuff that I've actually really enjoyed doing. But as for regular jobs, they've never really interested me, so I don't have a ton of plans for the future. What is it like to not be funny? I need a 100% real answer. The fuck is that?
The H3 podcast at 144p.
Why?
It was in my notifications.
Thanks. Logan asks, what do you look for in a man? Why are you gay? Why don't you love me like Jackal? You cheating bastard. Okay, well, first of all, I really like red hair, so I look for that in a man. Women don't do it for me anymore. Jackal gives me all my needs. Jackal wants me to take my pants off. I'm not gonna do that on camera, but afterwards. I'm not gonna answer more of that question. Are you ever gonna make your cardboard house tour vlog? Risto asks that. Well, I don't like doing vlogs very much, unless it's for a special occasion. I just don't think I can make them interesting. But the cardboard box house tour is very important, and that is coming at 1 million subscribers. Because I know that's not gonna happen, so I never have to show it. Jackal's still watching the H3 podcast at 144. It's not good. We talked about this on our podcast, how we hate the H3 podcast, but we're actually way worse than them anyway. We're not? How are we better? They have better equipment than us. Oh, we're funny? Says you. My dick is big, very large, massive penis. Okay. Risto asks, are you working for the CIA? Yeah, the jig is up. Hand over your credit card information. Watermelons or cinder blocks? Well, instead, I would like to ask you a question. Instead of watermelons, can you crush my skull? Do you have any plans for the podcast? Well, long-term plans, no. Honestly, me and Jackal are so incompetent that we don't really know what to do with it. But we're just trying to make a fun thing for people to relax to. And there might be some sort of segment we eventually introduce later on down the line that we come up with, much like the weekly goal thing, that is probably more invested into the viewers. It probably involves people more. Do you plan on making more covers in the future? Yes. I mean, I'm doing those for every video, and I've been considering doing them in between videos when I have time, but they are a huge bitch to record, so I'm not too sure on that one yet, but definitely yes for future videos. How are you feeling about school concerning all that's going on? School was really fucking with my schedule with video making, and I don't have to physically go back, it's all online work. So that's the only redeeming quality of it, but it still takes up a lot of time, and it means that I can't stream as often, so I fucking hate it. Has the pandemic impacted your video making process at all? Well, since the last year of school ended like 4 months earlier than it should have because of COVID, it did impact my video process in a very positive way by letting me make more videos in a short stretch of time than I've ever have before. I think the first major video I made after COVID was the Persona 4 video, and that took like 2 months. I would not have been able to make that while still in school. I spent like 2 full weeks just playing that game, and then like 4 full weeks just editing it. Opinion on Frost mains. Who? Who's Frost? Jacko, can you inform me on what Frost is? What game is it from? Is that a Fortnite?
No, that's a Persona.
That's a Persona? That's Jack Frost.
Yeah.
He just says Frost. Or status effect mains. What is he talking about?
It's probably talking about Persona.
Persona. Is that a hentai?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a Travis Scott Fortnite? Okay.
They have the Persona burger at McDonald's right now.
The Persona burger? We should go get one of those.
Tell them Arson sent you.
You know why we're here. Sir, please leave the store. Will you be taking a break during school, or will you continue making videos? Like I said at the beginning, I usually take like a week or two off after making a video to kind of pull ideas, and I feel like ideas are going to be coming a bit slower, mostly because I don't have as much time to play video games anymore because of schoolwork. I haven't played very much at all of anything in the past couple of weeks, aside from like Stardew Valley. So I think I'm definitely not going to be taking a break because I'm always working on something and I always strive to work on something. But as for videos coming out, they are probably going to be slower than they normally are. They're already slow enough, but how big is your dick?
Hey, this is Phil from the Small Wiener Club. Sorry to get back to you so late. I just finished reviewing your application and information you sent in, but I am sorry to say that I don't think I can allow you to join our group. From what I'm looking at, your wiener is massive. I mean, the sheer girth and juiciness alone is ridiculous.
What other songs do you believe you'll cover if you do more covers? I'm really interested in doing a couple more songs from Ebe because that game has really good songs that I can do on acoustic guitar. I don't like playing on electric guitar very much, mostly because I have really shitty equipment and I have no real way to record that well. I definitely want to cover more Persona songs as well, and hopefully I can get more instruments to do that in the future, because a Persona 5 video is coming, and I definitely want to do a song cover around that game. Do you think you'll start streaming on console again? I'm only going to stream on console if I have to, like in the instance of Persona 5 and any console exclusive. This brings up the point, I would like to start streaming on Twitch. I'm just worried that people don't want to watch me over on Twitch. I'm close to getting affiliated, not partnered. I don't know if like I need to, but anyway, I don't know the specifics of that, but I feel like Twitch would be better for me because first of all, I don't have to stream to 2 platforms, so streams will be better quality. And also, I like streaming on Twitch more, especially because YouTube, with Restream, is only pushing the YouTube events streaming side. So it's very inconvenient for me to stream on YouTube now. So you guys can let me know in the comments if you're willing to watch me stream on Twitch instead. And I don't know, if I ever decide, I would make an announcement of it. What inspires you or motivates you to make videos? It's one of the few things that I can do that I'm really proud of myself for. Like, I try to be a perfectionist with a lot of things, so nothing really satisfies me, but making videos was one of the few things. And also, I've always been interested in video production. So after, I made a couple shit posts a couple years ago, and it goes back to before that. I decided this is something I want to do. And I never really thought I'll make a career out of this. which even now it's like I don't think I can make a career out of this. I can probably have a lot of fun on the side, and I really enjoy, involving myself in the community. But overall, making videos has just been something fun for me to do over the past couple of years and very creatively fulfilling. It also lets me implement all other stuff that I make, like when it comes to art, music, and animation. I can implement all those stuff into videos, so it makes a really good medium for me to just express myself. What are your top 10 favorite games or songs? That's like two different questions. I can list off a couple of top games, which I don't think I have top 10 because I never really think about that many games at once. But I mean, Dark Souls is definitely one of my top games of all time. Hollow Knight, Persona 4, Slay the Spire. Those four are pretty great. I do not have a lot of other games in mind. I mean, all the games I've covered recently are great, but I wouldn't say like favorite of all time. Those four are the ones that stick out in my mind as my favorite. And Slay the Spire is kind of like, because it's really fun, but like I've already done everything, and when it comes to like other games, I've played them for much longer stretches of time than Slay the Spire. So really, I'd say Dark Souls, Hollow Knight, and Persona 4 are really good experiences that have stuck with me for a long time. Do you believe there are any other YouTubers you'll collab with? Well, I don't really network with other people. I'm not good at socializing online. So other than, my real life friends, I don't foresee collaborating with a lot of other people. I'm also not very big. I would like to collaborate with Thor High Heels, but he's like a really big dick YouTuber, and I don't think he'll like me. Just because he's like one of the coolest video makers I've seen. So I don't know what we'd fucking collab with, because like I make solo type content that relates to his. So what's the favorite video you've made? I still really like my Persona 4 video. Like I haven't rewatched it at all. I'm just still like really happy with the result and the reception it got and everything. Even making that video, it made me feel like my experience with Persona 4 was enriched. Like I analyzed the game so much, and I just was so enveloped in it for months. Just that overall, the video making process was hell, and very lengthy. But I do really enjoy the video and the end result. I like the Final Fantasy 12 video I just made because I feel like that's the best quality video I've made so far. I feel like I really improved over the past year in particular. But the Persona 4 video is still good, like still my favorite. Any unpopular opinions? I like Persona 5. That's unpopular to some people. I don't like commentary YouTubers, even though some of them are cool, but like that type of content I really don't like because I feel like it's very vapid and it doesn't serve any purpose. That's a really hot take that I know a lot of people would shit on me for. But I don't like, fucking internet drama. I never want to be involved with it. I like watching stuff that covers, like, situations in, like, or, like, people's stories online, like, really popular people and what happened to them. Like, I wouldn't say that's commentary, but I mean commentary that's, like, someone recording Rocket League gameplay for 13 minutes and talking about, like, something that happened the same day for every day for the rest of their fucking life. Like, I don't like that. It's very lazy, and they get much more attention than I think they should. Sorry, Jackal and your friends. Laffy. I know Laffy. That's why I say, like, there's some cool people, and I'm not shitting on, like, the small people I know. I don't like that type of content myself. What's the best compliment I've ever received? honestly, a lot of compliments that, like, really, I've gotten some really good comments that I can't think of off the top of my head that, like, really talk about how much they liked the video. And it's more than just like great video. It's like, this was specifically was what I loved, and you could have done better this, but it wasn't like backhanded at all. Like, I've gotten a lot of good not a lot, but I've gotten some good comments like that, and those feel like really good compliments to me. Why are you such an asshole? I don't know what to say about that. It's a joke question, but it's like, I can't be funny. Well, I really appreciate everyone who asked me questions for this Q&A. I felt like it was hopefully entertaining. I got a lot of good questions from people. It felt like a non-live live stream, so I think this is good for people who don't normally make those. I know I received a lot of questions from, like, certain people, and I just read off all those for, the sake of answering good questions that, regular people don't normally ask. So, for everyone who asked me questions, thank you, and who responded to the community post and everything. But thank you, everybody, for watching my non-music related stuff and supporting me in the past couple of months. I have a hard time, like, expressing myself in, like, an emotional manner like this. So, I mean, to everyone, to all my regulars, to all the new people, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'd like to be more personal with some of my content. I know I can't really express, like, my appearance or my, like, personality in some of my videos, but I'm glad that's picking up more. It's picking up more as time progresses. I'm gonna stop rambling though, so I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching. I don't want to be a huge bitchy bitch, but if you like the video, please like it. It's not about any algorithmic bullshit, but it makes me, know that the video is good. I don't get a lot of feedback from people, and it helps me, feel like my video was worth it. I would just really appreciate it. And I'm not going to ask you to subscribe because this is a subscriber special, and you're probably only here from already being subscribed to me. So, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.